Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, then hit the notification bell, get all the updates. That's a thing on YouTube. Really excited for today's beer review. As you may notice, unlike normal, the beer's already poured and the beer hasn't even been opened. So I was able to get some crowlers at a very good price of the three of the variants I was able to get in bottles. So I figured, well, I might as well just review them out of the crowlers, and that way, it'll age better in the glass bottles. So here's my little crowler. I just filled it up. The head has gone down. It was about exactly a finger when I poured it. I'm just going to read the stuff off this real quick, and I'll get into the actual review. So this is the Wheatwine aged in larceny bourbon barrels. So I still have a couple from last year. They didn't use the larceny, so that's different. The ABV last year was 15.4. I think this year's is similar. 15.3, so very similar. I should have looked at that ahead of time. So again, it's just larceny barrels, and like for the description, sometimes they put a little description, taste, and things like that. There it just says 100% aged in barrels from our friends at Larceny Bourbon, and then this was bottled September 8th. All right, so the head was a little off-white, approaching like a tan, not quite khaki color. It's not surprising given it's a wheat wine. It's a super light brown. There's some red in there. On the edges, I can almost get a little bit of orange, but it looks like dirty water kind of a thing. Definitely getting some nice legs and a little bit of lacing that goes away, though, as you can see. But yeah, proper glassware. Let's see about the aroma. One of the reasons I poured it off camera is I want to make sure, even though I just got these crowlers yesterday, that nothing went sideways. And definitely smells how I remember tasting it yesterday when I did a flight. It's so sweet in the best possible way. As someone who has a big sweet tooth, I love this. It's a lot of burnt sugar, so you get your caramel, but you're getting things like butterscotch, toffee, any of those. For whatever reason, I put all that stuff kind of in a similar vein in my head. And it's all coming out for sure. You get some bourbon specifically, like that, but it's such a sweet, the sweet bourbon. I took this out of the regular refrigerator about half an hour ago. It's probably still a little colder than I want it, to be fair. But anyway, in terms of the aroma, yeah, it doesn't smell just like sugar water. It is a more, to use the term, refined. But again, like if you are making sugary things like I mentioned, other than the addition of the bourbon sweet aroma, that's all I really get. I'm trying to find maybe a little bit vanilla. Maybe a little vanilla and coconut, but very faint. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. And again, this is a little colder than I want it to be. And the reason I bring that up right now is it hides the alcohol on the taste pretty well. It's the double barrel variant might be a higher ABV, but this is the highest ABV of the ones I got. There's a little bit of warmth in the chest, which I think is very pleasant. And actually, I'm getting a little bit more chocolate than I got yesterday. I had a 5-ounce pours when I did my flight. So anyway, I think it's probably because I was doing this. I did it last of the. I did the cherry one and the cafe one. So probably because those ones are stouts. When I got to this one, it didn't seem like it had much of that chocolate taste that those ones did have. So maybe that's why I didn't notice it so much yesterday. But I'm getting a little bit of a dark, baker's chocolate kind of a thing. A little bit of a green apple and mixing with that caramel, so it's not straight caramel apple beer, but there is a little bit of a green apple taste to it. But again, just like the aroma, caramel, toffee, then butterscotch. Like, so the caramel is the most intense, then I'd say the toffee note, then the butterscotch. I even got a little bit of butterscotch in the aroma of the regular this year, so maybe it's just a thing that's on my mind and I should buy some butterscotch pudding or something, but I'm definitely getting some butterscotch out of there. Just like the aroma, the bourbon is coming through, but it's coming through very sweet. I believe, it's a very wheat forward bourbon. I don't know if I've ever had larceny, but so I don't know if it's like a sweeter bourbon, but you definitely get this sweet bourbon, just like the aroma in the taste. As I've sipped a few times, I'm getting a little bit more alcohol on the taste, which is a good thing. I could see this beer being very sweet for some people, and I think having that alcohol dryness working throughout as well is actually going to be a very welcome thing as I sip on this rest of the evening. It's really good. I don't know if I've said that, but I quite enjoy this. Slight orange marmalade. A little bit of an earthy quality. As much as I keep talking about these sweet things, the butterscotch, caramel, toffee, it's also not out of the realm that, like, oh yeah, this is a beer though. Like, so it does drink, decently like a beer, would, but definitely for those who like sweeter things. I don't know who I'd give it to in terms of 2019 or 2018. I keep telling these guys out. The 21090 guys did such an amazing job. Like, definitely go check out their videos. They banged out all their videos in a day, so like everything was super fresh in their minds. They did comparisons with the actual bourbons and stuff. And they were saying they really like the 18 at this point. Perhaps if I had someone else to help me drink these, I would crack one open and do a comparison. But my wife hates beers like these, so it's just me. So I will just be sticking to this. But if you're interested, definitely check out theirs. It was really good. So yeah, big winner for me if that did not come across. Really excited to keep sipping on this as it's warming. And I think, and I mentioned this in another video, I would love the barley wine to come back. But I'd also love them to continue the wheat wine. I think 2 years in a row, it's been a really stellar beer, and I would love to have both of those beers as options. So if anyone from Goose Island's going to watch, there's my little feedback. And send me bottles. That'd be my other piece of feedback. Thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate that. It means the whole world to me. I just saw before I started filming this, I'm at 999 subscribers, which is freaking crazy. But yeah, so I really appreciate that. Check me out on Instagram and Untapped. No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.